Odds market.
I'm Dave Betts.
An obsession.
This is Theo Goodman.
All the tools to be among that few that win.
Because I'm winning.
Calculated risk.
I'm Stuart from Tipster HQ.
My name's Jay Paglia.
Taking the best prices in the market.
Hey guys, it's Ardial.
Some call it gambling.
Here to bring you the best political betting tips.
The booming industry of professional gaming.
Odds Market, Sports Bet Daily.
Bankroll management.
Over at Odds Market.
Oddsmarket.com.
We are Odds Market.
Watch us.
I'm very excited actually about the series. Always a fun time of the year. We are actually moving, whilst we have him on the line, CSGO Esports. Esports now. So obviously this is part 2 of the StarSeries. We discussed part 1, heading now to part 2. Who has impressed you so far?
Well, I would have to say the one team that's really caught my eye was Fnatic. We talked about them this year at the major. They got nothing, literally nothing done. Then they went to WSG. They lost to G2, I think, in the quarters or semifinal. I want to say, somewhere quarters or semifinals. But they've just underachieved so far with some of their new pieces. Their strategies didn't look good. You know, they seemed uncoordinated on CT side, but they've turned up mightily in Shanghai. And I've sort of I was on them today against North, which was another team that been a pleasant surprise a little bit. And Fnatic's CT sides are they're the best at the tournament. They look hot. They've been working well as a team. Some of their sort of up-and-comer players like Brolan and Twist, they're hitting their shots. And, you know, the veterans, JW and Crims, they're on fire right now. They look excellent. And they're actually priced as an underdog in the semifinal tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's starting, I think, at 11. Would be 5 a.m. Eastern. No, 6 a.m. Eastern, I think, is approximate time. So, but it's good time for us Europe people. So I can't believe they're an underdog against NRG. They beat NRG already this series or this tournament. So I think there's immense value on them here. I expect that line to come down if it hasn't already. I took them at 2.0 at Bet365 earlier today, and I tweeted out about it. But that has been Fnatic's been a pleasant surprise. Then we've got in the last quarterfinals beginning tonight, we've got Ents and Na'Vi.
Yeah.
And this is a rematch of the major semifinal where they upset Na'Vi. And it was quite a series. It was Na'Vi players have been tweeting out that this is their time for revenge. They know that they were embarrassed by Ents. Ents is a pretty young team from Finland. Na'Vi is a team from the Ukraine and Russia. And this is going to be an intense series. Na'Vi is a moderate favorite at about 1.7 across the board. And I think that's fair. But I'm leaning towards an over 2.5 maps here. I'm going to have to break this one down a little bit closer tonight, I think, but I'll be tweeting out a pick on that one. But I do like the price on Ents, but knowing that Na'Vi is gunning for them and they've got the best player in the world, Simple, that's a dangerous prospect to go against.
And that's and Ents is at 1.7, is it? That's the price.
No, Na'Vi is at 1.7, so you can get Ents as a slight underdog here.
And that's what you're leaning towards Ents, are you?
That's right.
Yeah. And do give Adam Boothe there a follow. It's LockEQWERTY, LockEQWERTY. Then follow his tips that he posts there. So obviously we've talked about the ones that are have been a surprise or are sort of leading the way, really have impressed. Who has underwhelmed in the competition?
Well, NRG, actually. The funny thing is I took NRG, so I had a little mishap, and I apologize to anybody who was looking forward to a CSGO article today. I misread the schedule being, I talk about how esports is great because there's tournaments 24/7. Well, the tournament in Shanghai, I got my days crossed, and I thought it was the quarterfinals beginning tonight at 5 a.m., not earlier today. So the article, I realized my mistake about 10 minutes before and sent it to some friends so that they could benefit from it. But as it turns out, so I got a winning ticket on NRG as a slight underdog against Vitality. But NRG looked terrible in their win. They really looked bad. And Reddit about how poor they were. It was one of the worst Counter-Strike. People were really dramatic about it. But watching it at, I don't know, it was 5 a.m., 6 a.m., I was thinking to myself, I can't believe I'm still awake watching this. This is I might as well just go to sleep. It's not worth the time to watch. But NRG did come through. They've had some players that have been a bit on fire. But I really don't think that they have what it takes to beat Fnatic at the moment, and I also don't think they're deserving of the favorite price. I think that's the more important criteria here. Yes, they could still beat Fnatic, but the odds don't justify playing them.
Yeah.
So, so of the, and then in the other semifinal, we're gonna have Renegade.
Adam is back. Very quickly, Adam. I think we've had a few connection problems with you today, but very quickly, whilst we end our esports betting segment, give us some tips. Give us some tips. What should we pull the trigger on right now that you like?
Okay. Fnatic. Take Fnatic money line. I really think that they should be the favorite here. I know the odds have been moving a little bit in their favor already, so I would take Fnatic as a slight dog. At pretty much every book that I saw, they were a slight dog. And then I'm leaning towards the over 2.5 maps in ENCE versus Na'Vi, and I'm leaning on ENCE, but I haven't actually taken a shot there yet. So those are my bets and leans at the moment, and if I make anything official, I will tweet it out later today.